Welcome to People at Noon. I'm Gold Meadows. Here today, I have Jen Hamaker from Oregon Natural Resource Industries. You have a petition making the rounds against the Habitat Conservation Plan. What is an HCP and why are you against it?
An HCP stands for Habitat Conservation Plan. An HCP is a voluntary conservation plan which partners with the federal agencies NOAA and U.S. Fish and Wildlife to protect wildlife habitat. These species are already protected with millions of acres set aside for them, but they want more. This HCP will shut down 53% of our state forests for 70 years. Unmanaged forests burn longer and more intensely than managed forests. 86% of all forest fire in Oregon is on federal land, which is unmanaged. Over 220 public services, including schools, emergency response services, and fire departments, will lose critical funding. 512 special taxing districts, who almost entirely rely on timber harvest revenue and property tax to operate, will be devastated. 15 counties within this HCP will be crippled. Mills will be terribly impacted. Family wage jobs will be lost, and the tax base within the HCP will collapse for 70 years. Revenue from the Elliott went to the Common School Fund and then the communities around where that timber was. And they shut that down with an HCP decades ago, which means it devalued it because the natural resources that grew on that land were no longer usable. They couldn't harvest it. So that land was worth less. It's worth way over $1 billion if you were going to sell it. But the taxpayers bought back their own $220 million so that the state could give it to OSU as the largest research forest in the world. That's what they're doing to our public land. That's what they're doing to our private land. They're shutting it down. So what is the overall vision for Oregon's forest? Shut them down and watch them burn. Coos County is surrounded by forests, and you saw GP go down. You've seen all these mills up and down the West Coast go down. You've seen the deterioration of our small coastal cities go down because they're not letting us utilize a sustainable, renewable natural resource. This is super important for Coos County to know this.
And so how can people learn more about it? I know this is a complex topic, and how can they learn about the petition that you have going?
Yes, ma'am. You can go to OregonStrongerTogether.com. That's our website. And it tells all about the HCP, all about the consequences, all about why we're against it. And it gives you information to sign the petition. We have a petition that's going around right now, but you can go to the OregonStrongerTogether.com to sign it.
Jen, thank you so much for joining me today on People at Noon.
Thank you.